On Saturday, thousands of people came together in a protest march in La Mesa.
No justice, no peace!
They were there to protest not only the deaths of George Floyd in Minneapolis and Breonna Taylor in Louisville, but also a recent incident where a white La Mesa police officer repeatedly shoved a young black man while making an arrest at the Grossmont trolley station. Protester Roberta Tatum came to speak out against acts of police brutality and put it in a larger context.
I have been seeing this all my life. I'm 70 years old, and it's never stopped. Because of social media, we're getting some attention, and we need to understand, if the law do not start protecting black people, I don't know what's going to happen.
The march peacefully wound through University Avenue, eventually arriving at Interstate 8. After a brief conversation with California Highway Patrol officers, protesters made their way onto the highway and blocked traffic for hours. When protesters returned to the La Mesa Police Department, San Diego County Sheriff's deputies had arrived to block the entrance. A few minutes of tense standoff. Protesters ran into the street as volley after volley of tear gas and projectiles rained down from deputies on the roof of the police station. One woman was shot in the eye. A few hours later, after police cleared the parking lot in front of the police station, cars burned. Soon, people who may not have been part of the original group of protesters began breaking windows and taking things from stores. Banks burned. A peaceful march in La Mesa had somehow become a vehicle for something much uglier. On Sunday in downtown San Diego, the pattern was very much the same. Once again, organizers began the day with hopes of a peaceful protest. They effectively shut down the highway. They chanted for respect and in memory of the dead.
We must love and support one another.
Hafsa Youssef and her sister Amina came to the protest to make their voices heard.
We wanted to stand with the black community and everyone who's been hurt by the police or has felt injustice. And honestly, I'm standing here today, and my sister too, because we want to know that if we have children, if we have grandchildren, that our future generations won't have to feel threatened by police, that they'll feel safe, that they can live in this country knowing that they can go outside and nothing will happen to them. They'll return back home safely.
Protesters appeared eager to maintain the peace, but soon protesters found themselves corralled. Again, tensions rose. Then, more tear gas. Protesters eventually made it to the waterfront for an evening vigil in memory of those killed. Poetry and music filled the park. Once again, tensions escalated. By the end of the night, the San Diego Police Department said that over 100 people had been arrested. Downtown, already hollowed out by the coronavirus pandemic, began to sweep up the pieces. Rivlin-Nadler, KPBS News.